Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate. This is episode 20. Last time we made some pretty extensive main story progress, checking out the Seven Suns, finding out what's actually going on there, and then also exploring the Iron Throne headquarters. So now that we've been able to get some of the main story progress, we have learned that 2 of the Iron Throne leaders have gone to Candlekeep. We were teleported there, but we did some stuff first before we approached it. Now, there's also Durlag's Tower. Apparently that's DLC stuff. There's Ulgoth's Beard, which has been there the whole time. So I'm like, is that also DLC? I don't know. The fact that that has been a location available the whole time is a little bit interesting. We'll check that out at some point. I don't know if this is like the main story ending location. It kind of feels like it is. Like it's a full circle moment. You come back to Candlekeep, the leaders are here. This kind of feels like that confrontation. So, you know, we've got a save here. We'll see what happens, but we're going to dive into Candlekeep. We're back. So we're going to talk to that guy that hangs out. Candle time. We're in a decent state, right? We've got the history of the Nether Scrolls. We've identified the book. We have arrows aplenty. Potions aplenty. We have a lock of nymph hair, which is, it's just for good luck, I suppose. And so many magic missile wands that I really just need to cast those and get them over with. Minsk is carrying a crossbow that he's never going to use, and I probably should have put it in a box, but that's okay. We'll see how we go. We don't really need to do, like, a lot of looting or anything like that, but more wands than you will ever know what to do with, which I think is great. We haven't used the Wand of Sleep yet, so hopefully we can get some really nice casts out of it. Jaheira can use the Wand of the Heavens for a flame strike. Oh, good heavens. The problem is, right, we've got so many casts of the Fireball wand, but the Fireball, it's a deadly thing. It has friendly fire enabled. So it's not the easiest thing for me to just simply throw down and call it a day. But we gave Corrin the Shadow Armor as well. Imowen is like, I cannot, you know. Corrin's been chill. So we've got the group in a good place. Let us talk to the Keeper of the Portal.
Hold, travelers! Before you will be allowed entrance, you must donate a tome of great value to our libraries.
Ah, wonderful. I can say, I used to live here. We have the book you require. You have met the requirements to gain entry to our most holy library. It is fine to see the child of Gorion once again within these hallowed grounds. Please have your less civilized friends refrain from causing trouble. We are very strict with the letter of the law, as you well know, Apocalypse. I wonder if I could say, hey, I used to live here. Can I come in? And keep the book. All right, we're in. I have returned to Candlekeep. I must find Rieltar and expose his connection to recent events.
So many we meet are lacking.
Oh, well, thank you.
I assume the meeting will take place in the library. I wonder, any of these locations, have they restocked over the journey, over these 100 days? Do they have better equipment than when we were first here, or not? Let's check out the temple. Priest of Ogma.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
More healing, and that's fine. We have more than enough, so I don't need any of that. But there are healing potions here. We're pretty well stocked, so I don't imagine I really need to even check out a barracks. Reppin'.
What do you need?
Apocalypse! I didn't think you were ever coming back. What's it like out there? It's a lot of fun. I'm not going to be here for long. You should come with me when I go. It's big. I don't know how else to put it. I lived my entire life within these walls, and in the past while, I've seen 50 times as much as these walls could ever hold. It's weird, though. All that space and barely a book in it. I never realized how special Candlekeep really is. Yeah, people come from all over to see the books here. All sorts of folks too. Bards, nobles, priests, mages. Volo's even been here, and Elminster too, remember? A couple of just plain old merchants even wandered in the other day. Said they were here with the Iron Throne and we're here to do some business. They're still around, last I heard. Ah, thanks for cluing me in there. So did the, Elminster has to donate a tome to get in as well? Right? Under the cover of darkness, the perfect time to interrupt what is taking place. Their nefarious schemes and deeds will not be active for much longer. Now there's a face I never thought I'd see again in a million years. When we heard about Grind's passing, Fuller and I went out to gather his body, but you were nowhere to be seen. I don't know what you two came across that night, but Gorion died a noble death, saving you from it. I need your help, Hal. What kind of help? What can you tell me about the Iron Throne? Well, they're a merchants guild, I think. Winthrop probably knows more about them than I do. On the other hand, 2 of them are in the libraries right now. They've been around for a few days now, so they had some business to conduct here. Let's share a few drinks when my shift's over. 2 of them in the library. Well, you don't mind if we go in there fully armed, do you?
Salutations.
Oh.
I am Catterley, a visitor of Candlekeep, like yourselves.
Pardon if I seem out of sorts, but the journey has been long and treacherous, and my labors age me so. May I inquire as to your name? I am certain I've seen your face before, but I cannot fully place it. You've probably seen my face on a wanted poster, and I assume that you're here to keep a lookout for me to kill me. I don't trust you. You're part of the Iron Throne, aren't you? You're here to get him. I'm Apocalypse, and I called this place home for many years. Apocalypse is my name, if it is any business of yours. I see. Well, as it turns out, I've met you previously. Your manner has turned out far different than I would have guessed, however. I was acquainted with your foster father, as were many others, and visited him here a number of times while you grew up. His death has been mourned across the coast, and you would do well to represent his spirit in a better fashion. Treating people with respect would be a good start. I have a heroic reputation, sir. What's going on here? Excuse me? Wink, what if I flicked you in the nose and said, beat it, pal? You see my reputation meter? I've done plenty of good deed. I will not have you disrespect me today. Everybody, rip his limbs off. That's so funny. Your manner has turned out far different than I would have guessed. So you knew me when I was but a boy. Ah, stow your manners and civility. I've changed much, and will represent my own spirit as I see fit. I disagree with this guy. I'm sorry. How were you acquainted with Gorion? Oh, he was a respected sage before I was old enough to lift the tome of universal harmony, let alone understand a word. He knew a great deal about this world and much of the next as well. I heard rumors of his escapades with those who harp as well, but he never spoke of such things to me. With those who harp, hey? I get the feeling that he devoted most of his attentions to raising you, and gave up whatever ribald life he lived in his youth. He would not have had it any other way, though. You seem to have fared well enough for it. As well as can be expected, though I have learned much about myself that perhaps was better left unknown. Would that I had a gold coin for every person I have heard say such a thing. I am sure your troubles vary greatly from my own experience, but we all have trials we must overcome. We all have a side that should not see the light of day too often. What matters is how much strength you wish to let it have. Ha! Such words are better saved for classes and meditations, not for reunions. I would take my leave, though perhaps I shall see you again before I am to go. The tomes of Candlekeep are very nearly endless, and I am sure to be here for a 10-day at least. There are some within the central keep who wish to speak with you. It would be wise of you to visit there sometime. Farewell, my friend. whenever there's like a family member, like an old family member that goes, "Whoa, I saw you when you were growing up. What a lovely reunion." And I say, "Who are you?" I say, "Who? Who are you?"
Hello there.
Flydia. Oh, why, hello. Have you seen my book? Wait, no, you found that already, didn't you? Oh, I just don't know anymore. You haven't been around lately, have you? Never change, Flydia. We love you just the way you are. No, I haven't been back since Gorion died. Gorion? Why, yes, of course. I'm sorry. I've made a bore of myself again. Gorion was a good and wise sage, and he obviously raised you with better manners than I would have been able to. Sorry, Flydia. I've got a library to burn. Wake the fuck up, Gorion's ward. We've got an Iron Throne to stop. Alondo, the wise founder of Candlekeep. Oh, we haven't had this music in a while.
Something on your mind?
Something on your mind? Apocalypse, my child, look at you. Your face has gained some new lines since the days when I tutored you. I love that it's like, who you are now I cannot know. I can trust no one. Interesting. Ah, Karen, you speak true, but it's not your fault. You prepared me as well as you could for what lay beyond these walls. I just pray that I am prepared for what I shall find within them now that I've returned. Why? What is wrong here? Shall I tell the Watchers? Yes, call the Watchers, but first tell me if you have seen anything strange about the library today. Strange? Why, yes, that is just the word I would have used for that Caveris fellow. He was right here beside me, taking Orlando's prophecies from their place on the shelf and reading them. I could hear his voice, recognize the seer's words upon his quiet breath, but when I turned to steal a glance at him from the corner of my eye, it was the strangest thing. His eyes were closed, and he was reciting page after page as if from memory. He heard your footsteps, it seems, and wandered off. I was just returning the prophecies to their rightful place here. It might be wise to take a look. If this Caveris is dangerous, though, I'm afraid I'm too old and bookish to be more than a hindrance. Forgive me, but I must leave you now. A visitor has demonstrated more than passing familiarity with the prophecies of Orlando the Seer. Okay. Normal book. I love coming to the legendary library of Candlekeep to read. Normal book. A reader.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
I'm late for my classes. History of the Dales and the Elven Court, which I think I may have read. History of Calamshan. Did I read that? Calamshan is older than either of the other empires of the Sands, first settled over 7,000 years ago by the Gen, a humanoid race from the elemental plane of air. These Gen were known to be very magical, and during the course of their rule they developed many new spells previously not available in the plane of air. The Gen prospered for over 1,000 years in Calamshan, but their reign was ended by an invasion of creatures and minions from the plane of fire. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Some say this is where the bitter hatred between Jin and Ifrit started, though others contend this was just the result of a hatred that was already there. Whatever the cause, the battle was long and bloody and took over 100 years to complete. The Jin finally routed the attackers, but were greatly weakened in the attempt. They slowly declined, and the last mention of the Jin is just under 6,000 years old. For the next 4,000 years, Calamshan was dominated by nomadic tribes of humans. Tribes from various places. Jolt, the Shah, the Shining Plains, Chondath, even Arm and Cormir took turns dominating, only to be conquered by the next nearly identical tribe. This nation had a train ran on it. Slowly, the nomadic nature of Calamshan began to change, as explorers and traders from Arm, Waterdeep, and Cormir...
Perhaps this group needs not quite as much help as I thought.
Jahira, please, I'm reading. Some tribes began to settle down and develop new means of support, like fishing, farming, or trading. These communities began to band together for mutual protection, and soon a civilization was born. It was only 1,300 years ago...
these long periods of relaxation. A lovely day for it.
Khalid, shut the fuck up. It was only 1,300 years ago that the Shun Empire, now called Iltkazar, came into being. The Shuns were a grand and glorious empire, and their excesses were the foundation of Kalashite snobbery today. They grew wise and powerful in the ways of magic, and ships and caravans bearing the Shun flag traveled across the realms. Shun himself, a particularly powerful mage, created a book of great power during...
Not quite as much up as I thought.
Why are we chatting so much right now? A particularly powerful mage created a book of great power during this time called the Tome of the Unicorn. The exact location of the tome has been lost in time, but since the book is 2 by 3 and made of pure metal, it is likely to still be around, somewhere. 900 years ago, the Shun Empire abruptly vanished. A great magical upheaval was suspected at first.
I think we all deserve a pat on the back.
I'm reading! Shut the fuck up! The Shuns were a grand and glorious empire. And 900 years ago, the Shun Empire abruptly vanished. I have to find my place again. Well done, team. A great magical upheaval was suspected at first, but learned mages of other lands dispute the claim. A force that great, they say, would have disturbed magical powers and beings throughout the realms, and that didn't happen. Sages who have studied the Shun at great length have reached no definite conclusions, but the most popular theories today center around a plague or disease that decimated the population. Today, the Shun impact on Kalimshan is still great. The grandeur of that empire is responsible, more than anything else, for the strong national character of Kalimshan today. The ruins of the Shun's greatest city, Montrativi Teshimir, can still be found in the wilderness to the west of the edge of the Forest of Mir. See below. Since the fall of Shun, no force or people has risen to solely dominate the land. There are a half dozen or so major cities, each of which exerts its power over its own area. About 170 years ago, a man in Kalimport amassed a large army and declared himself Pasha over the land. Before that army could march, however, the representatives of each major city met and agreed to recognize the Pasha's authority in limited areas, and to pay a small tribute to him, enough to pay for the works that Pasha was expected to do. The older son of each Pasha inherits the title. If there is no son, the mayors of each large city select a new one. The current Pasha, Rashid Genispool, has ruled for over 18 years, and is the grandson of a Pasha elected by the mayors of Kalimshan 44 years ago. What a giant history of Kalimshan. I'm sorry, team, did I bore you with my reading? You wanted to just yap? History of Cormyr. Did we read about Cormyr? I don't think. I'm just gonna... I'll borrow this from the library. They won't mind, will they? History of Dambrath. Oh my god. I mean, we're in a library. What did you expect? That there wouldn't be books? History of Sembia. Let's pretend that we read them all. Now, I love to read, and I love going through my lore notes, but I also do feel as though we might not be in the most exciting library ever in terms of history of a whole entire location. So if there's a story like Gondagal, the Lost King, that sounds exciting, right? History of like a location, to be quite honest, it's probably information I'm going to forget. Arabelle, long under the dominion of Cormyr for a time, became the center of a swordsman's empire. This swordsman was Gondagal, the Lost King, who in the Year of the Dragon attempted to carve a kingdom for himself centered on Arabelle. It was to extend north to the desert-mouthed mountains, south and west of Wyvern Water, and the farms outlying from Evening Star, and east to Tilva's Gap and the mountain passes. In the years following, people would say that Gondagal's reach was no longer than his blade. He could not hold any of the territory against the might of Cormyr, Sembia, Daggerdale, Tilverton, and several of the other Dales, all of whom he drew the blood and ire of in the making of his throne. Gondagal ruled for less than a season, though he reigned officially for scarcely 8 days. The remainder of his rule was spent fighting here and there against one foe or another in the lands he claimed. His troops were largely mercenary, and his treasury of seized goods was small and soon gone. One night, Gondagal's forces simply melted away before the advancing troops of Cormyr, and was gone. King Azaun IV retook Arabelle on that morn without wetting a blade. No one has ever found the body of Gondagal. He is known to have fled north and then east via Teshwave, but then his fate becomes a matter of conflicting rumor and legend. Some believe he still lives with a score, or more, of loyal followers keeping court in the wilds somewhere, a careful and ruthless bandit who takes care that none survive his attacks to carry tales anywhere. When entire caravans vanish at times anywhere between the High Dale and far-off Impiltur, he is blamed by talk in the taverns. Gondagal was said to be a tall, grey-haired warrior of considerable personal skill and intelligence. His badge was a grey wolf's head, face on with red eyes. Caravan guards often warn merchants to beef up the escort on a particular caravan, else thy gold will soon be gilding Gondagal's throne. He was an impeccable swordsman and somewhat chaotic in his self-professed neutral alignment. If he does indeed yet live, the magic or treasure he carries and who his allies might be are all unknown. Gondagal's reign had a great influence on the King of Cormia at that time in his second decade of rule. Not only was Azaun forced to put down an effective rebellion in his own country, he was forced to pay more attention to matters outside Suzail, to become the ruler of a nation, as opposed to a city-state. Further, the bloodless assault on Arabelle was Azaun's first true experience as the head of his army, and the joy of freeing the people of Arabelle is one that remains with him. The history of Halrua. Vocalized, we have a letter. During the days of the Avatars, the Lord of Murder will spawn a score of mortal progeny. These offspring will be aligned good and evil, but chaos will flow through them all. When the beast's bastard children come of age, they will bring havoc to the lands of the Sword Coast. One of these children must rise above the rest and claim their father's legacy. This inheritor will shape the history of the Sword Coast for centuries to come. During the days of the Avatars. Okay. The days of the Avatars. Why is that a letter on the shelf? The spawn of the Lord of Murder are fated to come into their inheritance through bloodshed and misery. It is the hope of their father that only one shall remain alive to inherit his legacy. I foresee that the children of Baal shall kill each other in a bloody massacre. Right on. So we've got a group of Baalist children all destined to kill each other to appease Baal.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Theodon. Well, dip me in broth and call me stewed if it isn't little Apocalypse. Well, I haven't seen you for nearly, quite some time anyway. Hello, Theodon. How have you been? I still remember you running about the keep in your little swaddling clothes, pestering the elders and spooking the cows. Ain't that right, Jessup? Surely was. Yes, of course. You never did stay in those rags of yours long. Yes, I remember. But how have you been? You'd be naked as a jaybird the moment someone turned their back on you. I remember the day that fella Blackstaff came floating in, and there you were, tearing around the outer keep with Grian hot on your trail. Took the cloak right off his back, you did. Made yourself just the cutest little... Yes, I remember. Could we drop it, please? How have you been? Wait, I remember it all now. There was Kelvin Blackstaff trying his hardest to look important while you ran through the stables with his cape tied around your waist. Such a lark, eh, Jessup? I thought I'd catch my death from laughing, I did. You and me both. Grian was shaking like a leaf, he was so mad. As fun as this has been, I should really be going. Nobody was sure what to do, and then Kelvin mutters some words and catches you by the scruff of the neck with some sort of spectral hand. He hauls you out and drops you right in front of him, grabbing his filthy cape in the process. Everyone was scared they were, weren't they, Jessup? Sure enough, scared witless. Yep, and then old Kelvin busts out the biggest laugh you've ever heard. Everyone in the keep was laughing like mad. Except you, Apocalypse. You just stood there naked as the day you were born and wondering what the fuss was about. I tell you, those were the days. Yes, I think I'll be going now. Oh, certainly, little one. Stop by any time, though. I've got some paintings of you as a youngster I'm sure your little friends would love to see. Remember the one of Apocalypse on the bearskin rug, Jessup? Surely do. In the buff as usual. Cute as a bug you were. Go play with your friends now. Go on. You just have to let him keep going. That's so funny. My thought process in regards to these random letters on the shelf is my brain immediately goes to, boy, I wonder how I could be connected to that in the way that Elminster keeps coming up and says, ooh, I can't tell you anything. And then everyone keeps going, man, what's up with you? And then I keep having weird dark dreams. Am I one of those mortal kin? I don't think I've killed any others. At least none that have been revealed. Is that my secret? My papa? My papa is a bad man? And I'm destined to maybe be a bad man too?
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Is that what I have to be so scared about? But I've been such a good boy. Well, I guess that's where we'll sit in terms of like a theory for now. It seems that that could be a thing. Oh my god, History of Shadowdale 1. Alright, we got stairs that go up.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
I'm studying the martial strategy of Rearguard II. You know, his son, Azraun, borrowed a great deal of his father's strategies. The History of Shadowdale 2. Hey, where's those prophecies at? Alright, I guess we're going upstairs.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Mendalis. Hello, Apocalypse. It is good to see you here once again. I pity you could not have returned during a more restful time. Why? What is going on that would cause you such stress? Oh, it's nothing, I'm sure. It's just that, well, things seem a little strange around here. There was decidedly unmerchant-like merchants, for one, and some of our own monks are acting odd as well. One fellow in particular. Really? And who would that be? Well, there is this fellow named Kvaris. I assume he is a visiting sage of some sort, but he seems more interested in our guests than the tomes. It makes me nervous. I think he's had the same effect on others as well. Young Shistal has been out of sorts for days now. He's not as thick-skinned as I. You remember how nervous he used to be? He's quite the opposite now. Seems like a totally different person. I worry about him. I should go. It has been nice speaking with you. Doppelgangers. Doppelgangers. Kvaris and Shistal. Gotcha? Do you hear that? Oh. Oh, that's the... Those were the letters? Is that what we read on the shelf? The letters were the prophecies? But it is doom, he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos will be sown from their passage, so saith the wise Alondo. He was singing it. You?
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Hey, who was singing? One of the priests has been dissecting animals of late. He claims it is in the pursuit of knowledge that he does it, but I have my doubts. His eyes look too hungry when he does it. Oh man, I might be able to find the full history of Shadowdale here, finally. 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh my god. Could you go all the way up to 13? 10? It's always like that. It's always like, here's 1, 2, 11. Jeez. And there's 11. That timing couldn't have been worse. Just looking at the books. History of the North, our favorite.
The Lord of Murder shall perish, but in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos will be sown from their passage.
Why are you singing that of all things? Apocalypse, you look distressed. What is it, child? There is trouble here, Chanter. You must help me. You are right. I have felt it too. Pray tell me how this aging frame can help you. As Chanter, you know the history of this keep better than any other. I have grown up here. I have played within its walls, but there were many places I was never allowed to go. I am older now, and I will go where I must, but please, are there any places in this keep of which I was never told? But what right have you to ask that, child? I am not a child anymore, Chanter. The entire keep is in danger, even its most secret and sacred places. Please, Chanter, Gorion would have had it so. I'm growing old, and the young are not so young anymore, and all the carefree so carefree. Alondo the seer, the one who founded this fortress of knowledge and whose prophecies I chant each day, he is entombed deep in the bowels of this place. I tell you this, Apocalypse, because you're right. It is time you knew. But I beg of you, in Gorian's name, do not venture into those trapped and warded halls, unless some higher power than myself bids you go. Your stepfather would never forgive me for your loss. I must go now, child. Apocalypse, it is time to chant the seer's prophecies as I always have. Whoa! The remains of Alondo the seer, just hanging out downstairs somewhere. Buried in the walls. You never know if that...
Something stranger.
Oh, there's Caveris. Ah, I thought I might find you somewhere around here. Allow me to introduce myself. Perhaps another time. There is some research that I'm currently working on which demands my attention. Let's say please do. My name is Caveris. I used to work for your father running messages to his Harper friends in Waterdeep. Before he passed on, he entrusted this ring to me and asked that I give it to you should evil ever befall him. Will you take it? And what evil befell him, Caveris? You were there. You saw it all, a woman, an armored figure, 2 ogres wielding clubs, and 2 archers. But Gorian's petty magic was of little use against them, was it not? And you fled with your tail between your legs, hiding amidst the trees until dawn broke. And now it comes full circle, doesn't it? The Iron Throne so close that you can almost touch them and wreak your revenge for that night. You're right, Caveris, I was there, myself, my father, and 6 others who tried to kill us. Where were you, if you know so much? If you be so void of trust, I am surprised you have made it this far. It is of little matter. Go seek your vengeance or your doom at the hand of the Iron Throne. I wash my hands of it.
Camaraderie, adventure, and steel on steel.
Suspicious man wanted to give me a ring. I feel like it was going to be a cursed ring. So I said no. But it's funny that he goes, alright, fucking whatever then. I'll be on my way. I don't know. It might not work out very nicely for him. If he's going upstairs. I'm also going upstairs, buddy. Alright, nothing on these shelves either. The funniest thing about it is my brain goes, man, I wish there was a history of the unicorn run kept in this delicious library so I could deliver that to someone, because I have that quest. I could buy it from somewhere, but there you go. Aha! Rieltar is here with Kestor, Brunos, and Tooth. My dear sir, you must realize that it is manners that make the gentleman, so would you kindly prove that you are one by leaving? The right people can afford to be rude, but this is not you. Leave now before my irate companion Brunos lets his temper get ahead of his reason. You're the leaders of the Iron Throne. We're the ones who've caused you so much trouble over the past weeks. We know what you're all about, and soon, so will Duke Elton. And you're stupid enough to admit this. Well, my young friend, you may find safety within the library, but once you've left, there will be no place for you to turn. How about we just end all of our problems right here and now? Draw steel. Let's sort everything out with the sharp of our blades. This is most distasteful. I've always known that rudeness is how the weak make themselves look strong. Even if you were to somehow beat us in battle, how would you escape the keep? Or did you think that monks would let you go about murdering everyone within their keep? Crush them mutton heads, boys! And so Dinah here casts a potion, a wand of sleep. And it didn't work. It didn't work. So we're all gonna run away from the wizard. Hey, so that thing didn't work. No, potion of sleep didn't work. Let's change tactics then. Didn't work either. Rieltar's dead. It's so funny that he was like, you think you can get me and kill us in here? Haha. Potion of genius. Well, mate, you probably should have fucking had a drink of that before you fought me. You silly guy. So silly. With a simple dagger. Okay. I think they're gonna let us walk out of here just fine, to be honest with you. I have a feeling. The chainmail, +1. The dart of stunning. The longsword, +1. The morning star, +1. All very exciting weapons, I'm sure. And the medium shield, which of course I cannot identify at this time. Well, hey, the leaders of the Iron Throne have been dealt with. Shall we go get some, try and find some evidence now? I'm surprised there's no documents on their bodies right now. Okay. I thought we were gonna go down like into the tomb of our seer here, and that's where they would be. They were just having a meeting and they said, get out of here. I said, no, I don't think I will. I think I will kill you, actually. Now what? Hey, do you think we did a good job? Did we make a mistake? We'll see what happens when we leave.
I should have joined the army.
Apocalypse, stay where you are. I do not wish to harm you, but you must come with me. You are to be questioned regarding the murder of the Iron Throne leaders. They were apparently killed not an hour ago, and an item of yours was found with the bodies. Please, you will get a fair trial if you come quietly. I will use force if I must. Interesting. An item of mine was found with the bodies? What do you mean? Yes, I killed them, but they attacked me. They're the leaders of the Iron Throne, the people behind the iron shortage, and everything else that's been wrong with the Sword Coast. We did everyone a favor by killing them. That is not for me to decide. Please, you have my word that you will not be harmed. If you are innocent, you will be judged accordingly. I will come quietly. Your weapons will not be necessary. I'm glad to hear that. I do not wish to harm you. I'm sure this mess will be cleaned up soon. But there's Shistal right there. Put me on trial. I'm innocent, I say innocent. I'm glad I have all of my weapons still. I didn't do anything. He attacked me. It's self-defense. So, Apocalypse, you have sullied your father's name by defiling his home and bringing ruin to a peace that has lasted for centuries. I spit on you and all of your friends. Your transgressions will be punished in the most severe form. I formally accuse you of the murders of Brunos Kostak and Rieltar Anshev. But I've done nothing wrong. Why have you accused me of such a thing? You were seen fleeing the site of the murder by the guest, known as Caveris. From everything we have seen and found, it is not hard to figure what your purpose was. From what I have been told, you have been trying to place all the misfortune of the Sword Coast squarely on the shoulders of the Iron Throne. I assume you and your friends are assassins in the employ of Harm. Perhaps you were sent up north to create discord in the region before an Armenian invasion. It matters little. You and your friends are to be sent to Baldur's Gate, where an appropriate punishment will be administered. Hey, maybe we shouldn't have killed them in the library, but you know what? I'm a man of my conviction. Hello, young one. I am sorry to see thee in such terrible circumstances. I know thee well enough to see that you have been falsely accused. Tomorrow, Ulrant will most likely sentence thee to be sent to Baldur's Gate. There, thou wouldst receive the death penalty for these actions. I know that Gorion would not want to see his only child killed a scant few weeks after his own death. 'Tis a favor to his memory that I will help thee escape. Make thy way through the catacombs beneath the library, but disturb them not. I have your possessions with me. You must take them and go with haste. A scant few weeks. Hey, how many days has it been? Over 100, I think. Do you know anyone by the name of Kavaris? I know of no one named Kavaris, but Kavaris is the reverse of Saravok. It is a young man who accompanied the leaders of the Iron Throne when they first came. I know not where he has gone. It is now time for you to go, Apocalypse. I can teleport you to the secret room that leads to the catacombs, but from there you are on your own. You must be careful within the catacombs, as there are many guardians and traps, and perhaps whoever planned these murders. However dangerous the catacombs may be, they are a safer alternative to Ulrant's wrath. Teleport us to the secret library. We're as ready as we'll ever be. Whee! Prison break. Knowing that I am not guilty, he has sent me to the catacombs beneath Candlekeep. Whoa. Secret library. Imagine it's like just the same fucking books as every other time. Let Dinah here get her scrolls now. Monster Summoning 2 and Minor Globe of Invulnerability. Things that I will sell. Shadow Door. A level 5 spell. By means of this spell, the wizard creates the illusion of a door. It permits the wizard to appear to step through the door and disappear. In reality, is darted aside and can flee, totally invisible for the spell's duration. A true seeing spell, a gem of seeing, or similar magical means can reveal the wizard. Shadow Door that's a funny one. This door leads back to the upper levels of the keep. From the looks of it, is heavily warded. Luckily, Tethril teleported you past such an obstacle. Common sense dictates you must make your escape through the opposite door. Not a very cool secret library in terms of books. What? My book! You stole my book, you cur! Ah, haha, Flydia was a doppelganger inside. I love this. This is so good. So I couldn't trust Flydia outside. She was a doppelganger, like, scout on the lookout for my arrival. That's why there's probably some form of, like, maybe they get some of their memories or, like, something like that. So they're, like, a little confused. The revelations of people that I can and cannot trust. Let me just gulp these down a bit. How is Flydia's doppelganger down here? Is this going to be where our seer is buried? Oh! Ah, yes, the wards that are down here, right, yes. But of course. Goran? If you would please. Ooh, ooh. Oh, goody. Very good. I disarmed a trap. Stepped on another trap. We're doing so well.
Perhaps this group needs not quite as much help as I thought.
Judging by the arcane symbols printed on its cover, it is clear that this book is imbued with magical properties of some sort. Oh, we haven't slept. I don't have enough identification spells. You reckon I'll be able to sleep down here? Probably not. Please just identify it. No. What a bummer, dude. Bartalista's passport. 40% fire resistance. The Grand Mage, Bartalista, intended this item to aid in his travels in the Plane of Fire, and it is said he repeatedly summoned a salamander from that realm to aid in the construction. Salamanders not being known for their patience, it is likely he should not have pestered his instructor quite so much. The finger bearing the finished ring was indeed untouched by the inferno that claimed his tower. Had that finger still been attached, but Bartalista himself might have fared better. Incredible work. So we have 40% fire resistance. Corin's gonna go in first detecting traps, so maybe good idea. They let me sleep down here. How good. The Tome of Understanding. A typical Tome of Understanding contains a sober, if dry, analysis of legal battles, historic events, government policies, philosophical treatises, and theories of magical and metaphysics. While rarely interesting to anyone outside of their already well-educated niche market, it is said that some such tomes have even added a single point to the wisdom of certain half-ogres. Such marvels, however, of the product of a potent magic placed upon the tome as it is being written. Unfortunately, this same magic causes the tome to disappear after a single use. 1 wisdom point. Dinah here is at 15, so will benefit from this. Place into quick item slot. There it is. Very good. Dinah Hare has raised wisdom by 1 permanently. How good. Corin, get to searching, will ya? It makes the exploration so much slower, but of course. Just kind of like assuming there would be traps under doorways or something like that. Like on these things.
Camaraderie, adventure, and steel on steel. The stuff of legend. Right move.
And obviously, you know, you'll be walking very far. And you'll still walk over a trap. Because you start to get a little impatient. You go, okay, I'm not finding any. Are you...
This adventure has gotten out of hand.
This adventure's gotten out of hand. Yes, you're telling me. Okay. So where's that? That's right here somewhere. Are these traps potentially too high level for me to even be detecting? Corin, if you would, over here, please. Let's try again. When in a dungeon, you should always be detecting traps, either with your thief or the priest spell, find traps. That's very good. They might literally just be at a higher level than I can detect. So I can spend this time... My Find Trap skill is at 51. So I mean, I could... not that one. I can do a Potion of Perception. See if that gives me like a little bit more, enough to find some traps on the ground.
This group shows promise exceptional.
Does it show promise exceptional? I don't know about that. I don't know about that at all. I don't know how long I've got my, how long this is going to last. A few hours. An unfortunate reality is that the faster way... the faster way to do this is to run through, discover where the trap is, and then reload, run right to there and try and disarm it.
It's only a flesh wound.
Surely this is trapped. How is that not?
Around every corner. Careful not to step in any.
Not trapped, apparently. Okay. So that's empty in that hallway. I keep, I keep picking a spot, and it's like I'm standing quite literally exactly on the trap spot, which I just... That's so ridiculous. Not you, Khalid. I need Goran for this job. There's a trap, like, right here somewhere. Three, actually. The best thing that I could ask for would be like shadow armor gives you like the ability to be like super light and not detect traps. Is there a spell for floating or a potion for it? Potion of float that I've missed. Do magic protection so we don't get zapped so much. A dead end. Good. So that was just to get some traps. How lovely. We've been interrupted. Aghast. Aghast again. Oh, you guys let me rest before. Why does a chair have arms and legs like a man but cannot walk or hold things? Hey, let me... Come on, let me sleep. You let me sleep that time. We did it. We slept. Like, I'm just gonna run in here and we're gonna see how many traps there are. Got another potion of perception. Got some heroism. Got another invisibility potion. Could just have Corin drink the invulnerability for a high resistance to everything. I don't know if that's a high resistance to traps though. Yes, keep activating that one specific trap. I hear it's very good this time of year. Okay, so we got something in there. There's a staircase there. A couple of pathways that we haven't gone there.
I think my new responsibility will be a great deal of fun.
Surely there's no traps in here if a ghast is walking right towards us, right? Bloody ghasts everywhere, mate. What are you doing? Why can't I control this guy? Why is he held? What the hell happened to you? The ghast hold you? Oh my god. Is that petrification? No. Just being held. Oh my god, an angel skin ring. That's funny. I'll be taking that.
I need...
Blood seeps out.
And that's what happens when you try to find a trap with Corin stood right in front of it at not a high enough level. So I guess I just have to say I won't go that way. There could be cool stuff in there, but we're gonna go up the stairs.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh no, that's where we came from. So why you guys got ghasts and a whole bunch of dead bodies downstairs, guys? What's going on in here? You care to explain?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh my god, Dreppen. Poisoned Nessa, have you? Do you think I would have left this keep with the likes of you, fleshling? Bro. Dreppen was a doppelganger as well. You're so silly for taking me on in a 1v1. That's your mistake. Arcanus. Seek my comfort, will you? Aye, I'll show you a sweet and silent comfort if you'll let me, wasteling. How's that for comfort? How's that for comfort, you stupid fuck? These doppelgangers.
Moradin's hammer.
Spy, traitor, fight for the rats, will ya? Fickle as the wind, ye are fickle as the wind. We have a name for your tight rat bastards, it is. I rat bastards, and I've never known one I ain't hang with my own two hands. Save the fucking theatrics. You know you're gonna turn into one of those things and attack me anyway, mate. May as well get it over with. Let me kill you.
I need a swig of some
Arcanus Undida. By the gods. That thing was young Drippin. What's going on, Mabogalops? Oh, asked us to search for you here, but this is far more foul than any of his most fearsome illusions. That thing was a doppelganger. Just like you. Out of respect for the face you wear, Mirakin, I might just let you live, flee this place before I change my mind. But there's a profile picture. I'm just going to attack him with that. I was like, get out of here before I change my mind. He could not be a doppelganger in a room full of doppelgangers. Tis a long story, Arcanus. Please, you have to help me get out of here and fast. Can I trust you? Aye, child. You can trust me, you can, and Dieter too. I know not what assistance we can be to you except 4 strong arms and an eye for illusions. We shall see you to the end of these crypts, but not beyond, as we must bear witness to the horrors that befell this place. Oh my god, I have party members that are not party members?
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
You guys can detect illusions? Oh my god, skeletons, my mortal enemy. How good actually is their illusion detection? Can you come with me into that previous area and detect those traps for me? Ah! Hey, you couldn't detect that trap for me? What are we doing? Can you attack? Oh, a doppelganger has spawned. See if we can get away with sleeping. We at least got people healed up. Never mind. Guys, I guess detecting illusions is not the same as detecting traps, is it? What a lovely rest that we did. Lovely resting every time we take trap damage. You go, that really hurt. I'm gonna take a nap.
Something on your mind?
Dullard, insolent waif, I tried to instruct you, tried to make you wise, but it was like drawing compassion from a Zent. You are nothing, child, and you will become much less. And so we killed him. On account of the fact he was just so rude. We can't let any doppelgangers live. Stole whole special elixir, did you? And fed it to the cows, no less. You'll rue the day you even met me, Apocalypse.
Hey,
Hey, Thought you'd take me on, did you? Try me now, twerp. We'll see who comes out the better.
It's only a flesh wound.
This trip down memory lane is crazy.
No sorrow for those lost in righteous battles.
It was not a righteous battle. Don't you understand? Alright, well that's all been cleared out. Not much, just doppelgangers who say you suck. Oh my god. Gorion, Elminster, and Tethriel, all three together. Oh yeah, sure. I'm sure I can trust you. Apocalypse, stop this madness, child. I beg of thee. Thou hast soaked these walls with the blood of innocence, and I cannot permit it to go further. You mean all of the doppelgangers that kind of revealed themselves and the skeletons? They don't even have any blood. Reveal your true nature, doppelganger. You are no more an Elminster than I'm Drizzt the Drow. And Drizzt, thou art. Thou art not, thank goodness. As for this old ragtag physique, thinkest thou that I would let anyone duplicate it without express permission? I have it copyrighted, thou must know. Come, poor soul, let us leave this darkness behind and struggle towards the light. The three of us shall guide thee. What about the one that wears the face of my stepfather like a mask? I know him for dead, and only a American would haunt me so.
Awake, my adopted child. Awake, and face the terrible tests ahead of thee.
It's okay, Apocalypse, it's alright. I didn't die that night, nor have I yet. The blade that you thought slew me had been treated with a magical poison. It left me, a living soul and a lively mind, imprisoned in a body that gave all the appearance of death. The man you saw that night is called Saravok, and he has been in the keep for 3 days past under the reverse alias, Corvarus. Tethriel kept watch on him, but in our foolishness we never thought that he might have others with him. Please, child, I have loved you too much to lose you now. But Tethriel said he didn't know. Tethriel said he didn't know who he was. Was the Tethriel that teleported me in here not Tethriel? Oh my god, now I don't know who to trust. There's no way that they're pulling, like, I lived actually. I slowed my heartbeat to a near zero. What are we doing? I'm literally killing doppelgangers. No, you're tricking me.
Greetings, young one.
Elminster and I had suspected it for some time. With Saravok away from his lair, Elminster was at last able to locate your stepfather and bring him to safety. Forgive me, Apocalypse, I should have told you earlier, but to raise your hopes only to see them dashed to pieces all over again. There is too much heart left in this bony cage for me to have done that. Please, child, sheath those weapons and sheath thy madness too. Come with us, and we shall see thee at last to safety. You said that these walls were soaked with innocent blood. Then who was it that chased me down these wretched halls, calling my name in voices I once knew, only to close and attack in traitorous form?
Everything will be explained to you in time.
By all that is good, Apocalypse, what have they done to your mind to haunt it so? Your old friend, Dreppen, lies tangled in his own entrails. And foolish Flydia, she ran down here to offer a mother's shoulder, and you have butchered her like the monster you perceived her to be. The gods have no mercy on we ragged mortals, it appears. No, I just don't believe it, because why would all these people come down here specifically to hang out in random chambers, then just turn into doppelgangers and attack me? You're playing mind tricks. I am a doddering and elderly fool for having let it come to this. There stood I, Elminster the arrogant, nudging and prodding, but never taking action. The most powerful mage in the realms reduced to a meager puppeteer. Listen close, Apocalypse. With the help of doppelgangers and some powerful magic, Saravok has encased thee within a vast and frightening illusion. I was unsure whether I could even penetrate it to reach thee. The time has come for a leap of faith, child. Thou must fling aside this foul illusion and let us lead thee back to reality where Saravok is fightable. Oh, so did a fake Tethriel come in and then teleport us into an illusion? And that's why that Tethriel was like, nah, I don't know who that Karavos guy is. Wow. Okay. I don't believe this, and now I don't believe what happened to me before. I don't believe anything. At first, the whole trust nobody routine, I was like, yeah, you know, I'll talk to some people. There's some suspicious types. But now it seems, I don't know. You're fucking with me, pal. Don't test me now. Ryan lives this whole time? I don't know if these guys are part of the illusion. It could be very, very strong magic. Fuck it then. If this is madness, leave me to it. Maybe that's why I'm like, why is under the keep all these fucking dead bodies and ghasts, you know? I dream only of a warm bed and some light to wake me from this nightmare. I shall follow you, Elminster, and I trust you fully. Stay close then, Apocalypse, and do not stray too far from me, for monsters imagined and real still lurk behind each corner. I shall give thee further instructions when the time comes. But what about Arcanus and Dita that are also here? Bro, what do you mean? What do you mean? I can't save. I can't save at this time. Ryan, you don't even want to give me a hug? You don't want to hug your dear boy? That's how I know this isn't real.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
Winthrop, lost your sense of humor, have you? I've heard what you've been telling all your little friends. That old Winthrop has a hankering for a little elven arse now and then. Heck, come here, me pretty, I'll soon change your mind. It's like... So am I in an illusion situation where I'm imagining all of these people and fights that are taking place? Or are they actually genuinely real and they're saying, hey, nice to see you, but I'm hearing them say something else and then turn into a monster and I'm hallucinating that. Now I don't know. It's like the thing where it's like they look like monsters to you and it turns out that I'm just killing, it turns out this whole time I'm just killing real people that only to my eyes look monstrous. Which, if that's the case, and I am being in that situation, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I won't... A greater doppelganger. I won't know what to believe until it's done. I just straight up won't know. Dynahair is stuck. Oh my god, this person is just like... Whoa, they're just speed running Dynahair. What the fuck? Dude! What the fuck?
Dynahair! No!
Dude!
Be avenged!
Just fucking speed ran Dynahair. Oh my god. What the hell? He went, that's for the fucking fireballs.
Awake, my adopted child.
Greetings, young one.
What the hell? So you guys just walked straight past a greater doppelganger and left me to it? Like, what's going on here?
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
You guys gonna help fight, or are you guys walking? Is it because, like, it's a... If they're saying it's an illusion, I mean, the illusion feels pretty fucking real on account of the fact that I'm dying. But I guess that could be an attack on your mind. Am I hallucinating the fact that I have party members too? What do you mean? They turned into the doppelgangers. They just turned in, that's the great, Elminster is the greater doppelganger. There it is. There it is. They lured me into a greater trap. Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought was happening. That's what I thought was happening. You gotta be fucking shitting me, dude. Oh my god. Holy shit, man.
No! No!
What are we doing? Kill this thing. Kill this thing already. He's near death. He's running away.
This group shows promise exceptional.
Hey, man. They genuinely... They really had me there. They had me there at that point where I'm just like, you're gonna be fucking shitting me. What do you mean this whole time? What do you mean? I'm in some sort of fucking really strong illusion. These fucking bastards, man. And I go, oh, they're just walking past because I guess it's an illusion, right? And because we didn't stay close, we didn't get to watch them transform the first time. So I'm still in the fucking illusion. What's the deal with Dieter and Arcanus then?
My hotel's as clean.
There's no way that these guys can be real. This is incredible. They got me to a point of like confidently going through the area being like, yeah, and then going, oh, wait a second, what? Genuinely getting super close to believing them, but still being like, okay, I feel like I just have to go along with you now. Only to then get ambushed by a greater doppelganger that can assume the form of Elminster.
Gather your party before venturing.
And Gorion? Turns out he was dead after all. Oh, guys, now you guys are going. Oh no, where are you guys going? Don't leave my sight. Who are you? I've been expecting Saravok, not some ragtag band. We're the other members of Saravok's band who were sent to help you. Trying to lie to me, are you? You let my apocalypse, ain't ya? Don't know how well you got out of the prison, don't care much either. You're trying to mess up Saravok's plans. Well, don't count on succeeding. There's no way you're getting by me or my boys. Don't think Saravok would take too kindly if you showed up to mess with his plans for Baldur's Gate. Come on, boys, let's make short work of him. Who's this Pratt fella? Arcanus is dead. Corin's dead. We're all almost dead.
Doesn't never end.
Does it never end? No, it doesn't. It doesn't actually. And it never will. Whoa! Okay. Not much of a level up. Alright, there's a guy named Pratt here. One of Saravok's band. Boar. Well, that's going in there. None of your business out of our way. It sure is my business. You won't be getting me by my band. Alright, Pratt's dead. Are you guys all out of combat right now? I think they are. I think everyone is out of combat except for Dynahair. That's not good. Dinah here just blew herself up with the fireball wand because she forgets that she can attack from a distance sometimes. All good. Okay, so our current plan of attack is everyone's going to drink a potion. Minsk and Korin drinking a speed. I'm potion of invulnerability. Khalid, potion of heroism. Jaheira, cloud giant strength. And then the real game begins. The real game begins. Then Jaheira is going to throw potion of explosions into the group. Dinah is going to also do a wand of fire into the group. It's going to be great. We're going to send in the appropriate people that can kind of be the focus fire of the group instead of it being targeting like Dinah and then Dinah like immediately dying. So that's currently the move. So we will move characters into position. Dinah is going to go here. And I messed up, but we'll say out of her way. And you do that. Jaheira is not close enough to do her task, so you quickly do that. And then I'm supposed to be taking this dude's attention away. So we'll see if we can quickly do that. Okay, Pratt's dead. Pratt's dead. Minsk needs to get healed so bad. Okay, nice. We did it, and Minsk is still alive. Nice work, pal. Okay. Did we go overboard with the potions for that? I don't think so. There we go. Jeez. Went crazy on the rush. Had to quickly try and be invulnerable if possible. And smashed it. So there we go. We lived.
There are so many places I would rather be.
Gonna see if we can safely rest without being interrupted. Because we're all out of our healing spells, and I'm trying not to waste healing potions. There we go. Okay. So we've rested. Our potions have worn off. As expected. They're not gonna last long. We'll have to see what this letter says. We have more Dart of Stunning that can go to Jaheira. We have Acid Arrows. And a Throwing Axe +2. And Wraith Form, the wizard and all his gear become insubstantial. The caster is subject only to magical or special attacks. Best of luck to the wizard who decides to start casting that spell in the future, because it's probably not me. Pratt, my schemes have come together in a most satisfying manner. The mercenaries who have plagued my every step are now imprisoned, accused with the murder of Rieltar, Brunos, and Thaudorn. Learn as much as you can about the fate of the mercenaries and then meet me back at Baldur's Gate. I apologize for leaving you here alone, but it was necessary to the city as to take Rieltar's position as Chief of Operations. If things proceed smoothly, I will be a Grand Duke within a few weeks. Saravok wants to be a Grand Duke. We will have to oblige him. Who has these arrows? Somebody has these arrows. I guess not. I'm hallucinating. All good. The important thing is we won. And Minsk almost died, surviving with 1 health. We have managed to clutch it up and survive. Everybody switch back to your not as good arrows now, please. Ah! Oh my god. And we've sprung a web trap.
My spleen! Ugh.
A good old web trap, eh? And then we'll sit here for like 5 years until we can do anything. We'll try and work through here. Maybe if we go straight down, trying to see if we can avoid spider traps and getting caught in the webbing. That might be harder than you think. It's like, I want to explore the nook and crannies, but I know that that comes at the cost of triggering every single trap ever. Even in the single file formation, you guys are gonna struggle. Oh my god. That is actually fucking funny. Okay. All good. That's great. Walked into a room, main character paralyzed, dead. Should have kept that potion of invulnerability on for a while. Alright. The potion of mirrored eyes it is. We have 2, luckily. Immune to petrification and gaze attacks. Dare we do it with 2? I will do 1 at a time. Because I don't know if there's going to be more. So we might have to have another backup person for petrification, and then the other alternative is we've got to have petrification spell and everybody has to rest, all of that stuff. All right, Minsk is immune, so Minsk, you can be the target of this shit. I mean, the clue should have been oh, you know, statues.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
No!
Nice. That was 7,000 experience each. Very nice. 2 level ups there. Lore increased by 3 on Dynahair. Okay, we have survived a basilisk encounter. You just had to make Minsk the prime target. Very good. Were they guarding the way out then? Who's Diarmid? It's about time you got out here, Pratt. It is Pratt, isn't it? I don't need to tell you that we must not keep Saravok waiting. I trust you didn't have any trouble in there. He said that the monks fell for the rules and that Apocalypse was locked up, so he took the surface route out of the keep instead of meeting you in the crypts. We really must get moving if we're to catch up with him. Ah, yes, Pratt. That's me, all right. What was the point of us waiting in the crypts again? Yeah, I'm Pratt. Pratt is indeed my name. Where are we supposed to meet up with this Saravok? Back at the Iron Throne base in Baldur's Gate, of course. He has business elsewhere in the city, but no doubt we shall get our bit of coin if we await him there. There is still much left to be done, but I doubt he'll show for a while, though. The disgrace of Apocalypse will make the road smoother, but we must still act fast. Saravok is notoriously impatient. Let's get moving. It's funny because it's like there's this opportunity for me to be able to like play along, but then all the options undo that. What was the point of this? Who is he supposed to be? You shouldn't be telling me this. You'll not be going anywhere. And off we go. Don't want him attacking us like Rieltar and the others. The only thing that kind of doesn't give me away as much, but still kind of might, is asking a silly question like this. What was the point of us waiting in the crypts? The point? Did Saravok not tell you? I suppose he might not have. He does have a tendency to only give information on a need-to-know basis. It hardly matters now, though. The monks of the keep are firmly of the belief that Apocalypse murdered the Iron Throne leaders with no provocation. Apocalypse has been locked away, and by the time they are sent to Baldur's Gate for trial, Saravok will have full control of the city. Apocalypse's fate will be his to decide. You and your band were not needed to guard the boss's escape route after all. Everything went as planned. Shall we go now? This Saravok person, who's he supposed to be again? Did he identify himself to you while in his monk disguise? Caveris will be whom you met then. Not a terribly original alias to be sure, but who is going to tell him that? Saravok is quite used to getting his own way, and I gather subtlety is something that doesn't come quite naturally to him. He doesn't have the patience for it, though. His mind is amazingly tactical. Certainly this made him perfect for organizing the Iron Throne's mercenary forces, though I doubt his superiors would say so now. What with his plot to have them killed. Such is the trouble with hiring highly motivated people. As underlings we can safely serve, but woe to those in a position he desires. We should get going. I guess we'll say right then, off to go meet with Saravok. Don't want him to have him attacking us like Rieltar and the others. That was never the plan. Saravok wouldn't sully his hands on those he didn't deem worthy of personally killing. From Apocalypse and party to be blamed, they were either to be imitated by doppelgangers or fooled into attacking Rieltar and the others unprovoked. You should know this. You're not Pratt, are you? Oh, bloody hell. Bit of a mistake on my part, wasn't it? Oh, well, most of it went according to plan regardless. You'll forgive me if I don't stay for fisticuffs? Cheers. He made it. He escaped. That is so funny. He escaped.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
He said,
Life continues to be quite the challenge. You have been accused of murdering the Iron Throne leaders, and the Flaming Fist will undoubtedly hound your every step because of it. Despite all of this, you must return to the city of Baldur's Gate, the very lair of your accusers. You must find and expose the one who is responsible for your predicament. You must find Saravok.
What a great alias. I'm going to reverse my name. And guess what? I didn't pick up on it. He's a genius.
Your company is a welcome part of this group.
So we are outside of Candlekeep. We have escaped through the catacombs. And now it is time for us to make haste and leave. So that was the return to Candlekeep, and not quite the finale or the situation that I expected. We got thrown for a loop with doppelgangers, then thinking I was fooled for a second, then they were doppelgangers too, and now we have to return back to Baldur's Gate, face off against Saravok, clear our name, throw him in the pit, and all's well that ends well. We'll see how we go. But that was a great Candlekeep return. Being able to have a look around, get thrown in jail, ponder whether or not I should have done that, get trapped in some illusionist hellscape with doppelgangers, except it wasn't an illusion. get helped out by a couple of dwarves that weren't doppelgangers out of all of that lot, just to make it even more confusing. And that's that. Next time, we head back to the city of Baldur's Gate to clear our name, and maybe that is the finale of this journey. Before we do that, maybe we'll hit up the tower and the other locations on the map. But I don't know how this will play out, if we're getting actually hounded by the Flaming Fist or not. But thanks so much for joining me for this one. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Baldur's Gate. Leave a like, leave a comment if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. Support the channel, please. And I will see you next time.